fear of God. If I do this thing to this person, the Most High is going to send a death angel at my head.
That's right.
Right? Sometimes it's clear and present danger, like a snake, an alligator, a tiger, right? Some blood, like a group of blood. You ain't gonna walk through them. Man, get out of my way.
Right.
You ain't not gonna do that.
Right.
Because it's clear and present danger, and some things are not. You gotta meditate here on them, or you're gonna mess up, slip and fall. Where you at?
28 and verse 7.
No.
It's the book of Job, chapter 28 and verse 7.
It's kind of a long chapter, so I'm kind of gonna like jump through it and get you the points. Go ahead.
There is a path which no fowl knoweth.
So there's a path, and birds fly everywhere. No way you can tell a bird not to fly. This path, the birds don't know. Go ahead.
And which the vulture's eye have not seen. Keep going out of one.
Jump to 12.
Time.
12 to 15.
Verse 12. But where shall wisdom be found? And there is the place of understanding.
And where is the
Place of understanding. Salakia.
Right?
Man knoweth not the price thereof.
Man don't know the price of wisdom.
Neither is it found in the land of the living.
Neither is it found in the land, because this is a spiritual
Time.
Wisdom and understanding is a spiritual thing. Proverbs 4 and I think 4 and 6. Go ahead, bring it up.
The depth saith, it is not in me, and the sea saith, it is not with me.
The sea says not with me, and the depth says it's not with me. Go ahead.
It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof.
Read that again.
It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof.
What verse you in?
Verse 15.
Jump to 20. So you can't buy with it and understand. It's not that type of thing. It's beyond expensive. The whole world can put all their money together, and if still you don't have enough to have wisdom and understanding. It's a gift. You can't buy it. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Whence then have wisdom, and where is the place of understanding?
So where is wisdom and where is understanding? Go ahead. If it's not in the sea and it's not with man, it's none of these. Go ahead.
Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, and kept close from the fowls of the air.
And it's kept close from the fowls of the air. They can't find it either. Go ahead.
Destruction and death say, we have heard. Destruction and death say, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears.
So destruction and death are spirits. And they said they only heard of this chick. That's wisdom. Wisdom is a woman, right? Wisdom comes from God. It's a spirit created. That who? Death and who?
Destruction and death say, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears.
How powerful is death and destruction? Very powerful. And they just heard of this shit. They heard of her. Not following her ways. She's above them. They heard of her. Nobody living heard. The birds, nobody. Death and destruction are spirits, and they heard it. Go ahead.
God understandeth the way thereof, and he knoweth the place thereof.
God understands the way of wisdom, and he knows the place of understanding. Read, what verse you in?
That's verse 23.
You're on 23?
Con.
Read 20 again.
Con. The book of Job, chapter 28 and verse 20. Whence then cometh wisdom, and where is the place of understanding?
That was the question. Go ahead.
Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, and kept close from the fowls of the air.
Jump down to 23.
Verse 23. God understandeth the way thereof.
God knows the way.
And he knoweth the place thereof.
And he knows the place of understanding. Go ahead.
For he looketh to the ends of the earth, and seeth under the whole heaven, to make the weight of the winds, and he weigheth the waters by measure.
We won't continue, but God weighs the winds, and he knows how much all the water in the sea weighs. Mankind can only estimate and guesstimate, make a hypothesis. Jump down to the last verse, and this is my point.
Time. Verse 28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of Yahweh, that is wisdom.
Fearing God, number one, I do this, this is going to happen to me. That's wisdom. Being afraid of God. Go ahead.
And to depart from evil.
To walk away from evil. Says, walk away from it. Hey, buddy, you gonna come rob this nigga? He was talking shit about our gang. I ain't for all that. Come hit this blunt. I ain't for all that. Come take these drugs. God is telling me, I'm not for that. I'm terrified of that. Go ahead.
Is understanding.
That's how you get understanding. When you depart from evil. That's the wise thing. See that? As simple as that was, God said a lot of it's void from man. Because man gets caught in emotion. He hit my car, I'm gonna pull out my gun and shoot him. No, brother, there's a procedure you gotta go through. Don't let your emotions take you out the game.
That's right.
Don't let your emotions cause you to die.
Right.
Don't let your emotions get your family in trouble. You gotta go with the law. You gotta go with thus saith the Lord. Not how I feel. Right? Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 5.
Pray it out.
Get wisdom. Get understanding. Forget it not. Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her.
Don't decline from God's word. Stop saying this is a white man's book.
Right.
We can show you several situations of God judging the white man. He's not infallible. He can get it like we get it. Go ahead.
Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee.
Right.
Love her, and she shall keep thee.
And if you love wisdom, she's going to keep you alive, like we've been reading. Go ahead.
Wisdom is the principal thing.
Wisdom is the number one thing. That means the principal thing. Fearing God is number one. Go ahead.
Therefore, get wisdom.
Get it. Get the fear of God in you. And with that getting, what?
And with all thy getting, get understanding.
Get understanding with all your getting. Depart from evil with all your understanding of wisdom. You understand? That's what we
All
here
praise.
for.
All praise. All praise.
Yeah, all praise.
That's right.
All praise. Thank you for bringing
Sister, you said you wanted to know about. Oh, that's right. That brother had a question. I'm sorry. Hopefully every Saturday.
Every Saturday?
Yeah. Most High will us. Most High will us.
A firm, good old fashioned. But it was not abuse. But I had the fear of it was the right type of fear. You know, it was the right type of fear. He loved me to death. I mean, he loved me to death. He played games with me when I was a baby and a kid, and you know, all that kind of stuff. But he would tell me, now you can do something wrong. He called me Junior. Do something wrong. Now, I ain't gonna tell you no more, boy. Yeah. I said, okay.
That's your father, brother.
And then I ain't gonna tell you no more. And then I go back and do something. I ain't gonna tell you no more, boy. And then all of a sudden, like once a year, I was 18 years old last time I got a whooping for my grandfather. I was 18 years old. Now I'm 59. But he's deceased now. He passed September the 11th, 1991. And my grandmother passed October 23rd. His wife, October 23rd, 1996. But they both raised me, you know, from a baby from the war on my father's time. Those grandparents.
What were they? African American?
Yes.
Well,
my grandfather is what you call mulatto. Race-wise, his daddy was Caucasian and his mother was Indian. My granddaddy. Okay, that race-wise, and then my grandmother was color. I'm talking about race-wise.
Right.
But anyway, I'm gonna tell you.
Your grandfather.
Right. His daddy.
Father was a Caucasian.
My granddaddy's father was Caucasian. Yes.
On your this is your mother's family or your father's?
Father. See. Everybody has two parents.
Right.
And everybody has four grandparents.
Right.
Which is your mama's two parents and
daddy's two parents.
Right.
Right.
And then everybody has 8 great grandparents.
Right.
And 16 great, and you know, and it goes back.
Let me get that sign real quick. But anyway, numbers 1 and 18.
But anyway.
That's right, brother.
I mean, they were some good people. I tell you, boy.
They could be great, but you know, it's not. I don't know. Maybe you're wrong about the lineage about your father. I mean, your grandfather's father being white. Because a lot of us, we make those claims to be with the white man. We make those claims to have white people comfortable around us because we got their blood in us. And a lot of that has been perpetual lies. I found out
Well,
that
I have a
situation.
picture of
Oh, you have a picture of your grandfather's father?
Right, my great grandpa. Yeah, he's a white man. Yeah.
What year was he born?
He was born in 1843 and died 1929.
1843.
1843 and died 1929.
Yeah.
Now his wife, his wife, which is my granddaddy's mama, she was born in 1873 and died 1956.
Right. Well, all right. So he died when? 49?
My great grandpa.
Yeah.
My great grandpa, he was born in 1843, April of 1843, and he died 1929. He was 80-some years old when he died.
So yeah, they might have a picture of him.
Oh, I got a picture.
I
got
don't
a picture of him at home.
You see the son, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Right, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. I thought you were one of these, but what you're telling me, you're well, the kingdom got blown up right there, but we don't have no Edomite son. So if you're an Edomite, if you come from these people, all right, you come from these people, which I hope you're wrong. I hope some way he just was a light-skinned brother, and you thought he was white.
No,
but
I got a picture of him.
if you come from these people, there's no promise of salvation for you. God only promised that he's going to destroy the Edomite people. That's your hope. Slavery and then ultimately destruction. So I hope you're wrong. It doesn't have nothing to do with fault. As we said, God is the one who does it. We read about the children. I know, but we read about the children not being born. They didn't do anything good or evil. But God picked them. He chose them. He said, this is the one I'm going to love. This is the one I'm going to hate. So if you come from these men, you're what we be known as an Edomite. And God said it's only one promise for you, and that's slavery and destruction.
Is that your father's father?
Yeah, he said it's his father's father's father. He's the white one.
Paternal grandfather. Paternal great grandfather.
With no children in between, coming from a daughter, nothing like that. Gotta look.
That's why I said he gotta look.
You gotta look, bro.
I can only go by what you're telling me. And if you're telling me your great grandfather looked like this, his ass going into slavery.
My grandfather.
I'm gonna say the way that you were listening this whole time, brother, and it's been a while.
Right.
You've been arguing very diligently, and you gravitated. So I really recommend, brother, that you look down that tree and make, even though it might have been somebody's father, you need to look within the children to make sure that that's a direct line from that man.
Right.
Because if it is, that's not good.
Salaki, now you do have old coon Negroes back in the day that would call their church father their literal father.
That's right.
And put pictures up of the pastor whose church they went to and say, this is my father. My real father died, but now this is my father. So you gotta make sure it's blood, not just something you...
No, this is blood. This is blood. I know that.
Try to say it, brother.
No, don't try to say it. Go ahead and give it. Numbers.
This is the book of Numbers chapter 1.
Can't save him, man.
Biologically.
Well, I got you.
This is the book of Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18.
Just to prove what we're saying, it's a patrilineage bloodline God looks at, not matro. Patro is father, matro is mother. So, God goes with your father's line.
Paternal.
Patrilineage. Go ahead.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls.
You got the Bible dictionary? Everybody got the Bible dictionary? Give me Esau, and let me get Isaiah 63. So God's going to stomp the Edomites out. Before you get Isaiah 63, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. God's going to stomp the Edomites out. Your great-grandfather, great-great-great-great-grandfather.
No, it's not two.
I'm sorry, your great-great-grandfather. Your great-grandfather.
My granddad is dead.
When Christ comes back, if he's dead, if he's not reincarnate on the earth, if he's still dead, God's going to raise him up, and he's either going to put a chain on his neck, or he's going to put him to death. That's the only outcome. And this is why. 14 verse 21.
Nah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21.
Doesn't matter. There were nice people that went on slave ships. There were wicked people that went on slave ships. But the nice girls and men got raped and robbed, and they knocked their teeth out so they can shove food in their mouth to try to starve themselves to death. They're nice people on this block. That's gonna probably get shot one day on this block. That doesn't mean they deserved it. It just means God ordained it. It's not about what we want. It's about what God is doing.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
So if your great grandfather was a nice guy, his co-race cohorts were not so nice. So he's got to pay for it. They stole a Native American land.
Right.
You know how I know? Because we're here talking on Native American land.
That's right.
They never paid for it. They stole over 100 million Africans from the west coast of Africa. They never paid for it.
But I'm mixed with colored people too.
It doesn't matter. It goes by your father. Right. Go ahead. What's going to happen to his children? His children, not her children.
That they do not rise.
That they don't rise anymore when Christ comes back.
Nor possess the land.
Nor you're going to possess DC anymore. Go ahead.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities. Now, who are the Edomites?
Who are the Edomites? Bible dictionary.
In the Bible, Salaki, in the Bible, the Edomites are known as the white race, the so-called white race, because nobody on the earth is white. Right? No offense, brother. Love your family, right here. You see this black T-shirt? You see his black T-shirt? His skin isn't the color of his T-shirt.
That's right.
So he's not black.
That's right.
Why do we call ourselves black? It's foolish.
You color.
No, you're not colored. The white man's color changes colors.
That's right.
He goes from red to blue to purple